Good evening and welcome to Casson Manorville as the Comets take on the Bombers of Cannon Falls in Hiawatha Valley League action this evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Osgard bringing you Casson Manorville baseball boys action. Casson Manorville comes into tonight with a 4-2 conference record in the Hiawatha Valley, 5-2 overall. Cannon Falls is 2-6 in the conference and 5-6 overall, and both teams are coming off a game in which they played each other last Thursday, and Casson defeated Cannon Falls 4-2 at Cannon Falls. Casson had 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors, and Cannon Falls had 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. Casson has won 4 in a row, looking to extend that winning streak to 5. Starting lineups for Cannon Falls tonight. Batting first and playing center field, number 5, Preston Schoenfelder. Batting second, the DH, Jackson Ekstrom. Batting third at second base, number 4, Ryan Jelming. Batting cleanup tonight, the shortstop, number 2, Jack Myers. Batting fifth and first base, number 18, Nick Barrett. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 3, Dylan Banks. Batting seventh in right field, number 21, Caden Hubich. Batting eighth, number 12, playing catcher, Aaron Melhouse. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 11, Ethan Deutsch. Pitching for Casson Manorville tonight will be number 8, Bennett Brown. Defensively for Casson, catching Jackson Rattler. At first base, Drew Frederickson. Second base, Kyle Nelson. Third base, Sam Gronke. Shortstop, Grady Babcock. Out in left field, Ben Larson. Center field, Adam Darvo. And in right field, Spencer Anderson. And we're just about ready to get started tonight, as we have some fine young baseball players here in the booth with us watching the game tonight. How you doing, fellas? Batting leadoff for Cannon Falls, number 5, the center fielder, Preston Schoenfelder. Did I get it right? Wind up into the pitch. Inside, ball 1. On deck for Cannon Falls, the DH, number 15, Jackson Ekstrom. And batting third here in the first inning is Ryan Chelming. Ball 2 to Schoenfelder. Cannon Falls, as I said, in overall 5-6 record, 2-6 in the conference. That's a called strike. 2-1 now to Schoenfelder. Brown with the pitch. Swung on, foul down the first baseline. 2-2 now the count. We're here in the first inning. If you just joined us, thanks for popping in here to YouTube. KM activities for tonight's game. It just swung on, foul back, out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Pitches fall down the third baseline, and that will get out of play as well. So the count remains 2-2 here in top of the first. Leadoff batter Preston Schoenfelder still batting. On a cloudy, windy, cool April 29th. Driven to center field, and there to make the catch is Darvo for out number 1. That'll bring to the plate the DH, number 15, Jackson Ekstrom for the Bombers. One out here in the top of the first. Brown into the windup. Pitch is called, strike down the pipe. 0-1 the count. Helming. Pitch swung on, ground to Nelson at second. Throw over to Fredrickson is in time for the out. 2 outs. And that'll bring Ryan Helming to the mound. Number 4 playing second base tonight for the Bombers. Here's a pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count. On the outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 the count now. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Nobody on. On deck, the cleanup hitter, shortstop Jack Myers. Pitch is high, 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. 2-2, 2 outs here at the top of the first. No score. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that ends the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. And that'll bring Casson Manorville to the bottom of the first, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back here in the bottom of the first. Comets coming up to bat for the first time. Second baseman number 2, Kyle Nelson, will lead off, followed by shortstop Grady Babcock. Batting third tonight, third baseman Sam Greinke. Batting cleanup, pitcher DH number 8, Bennett Brown. Batting fifth. Catching tonight, number 10, Jackson Rattler. Playing first base, Drew Frederickson. Seventh, Adam Darvo, playing center field. Right fielder, Spencer Anderson. And batting ninth, left fielder, Ben Larson. Nelson will lead things off here for the Comets. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Pitching for Cannon Falls is number 10, Abram Tennyson. The right-hander comes through, and it's outside, ball one to count to Nelson. Tennyson into the windup. Swung on, driven to shortstop. Nice play there. Long throw, and he gets him out. Nice play by Jack Myers. One out. That'll bring up shortstop Grady Babcock. Babcock, a sophomore for the Comets. Tennyson delivers the first pitch in the dirt. Ball one. Pitches outside corner, strike one. 1-1 now to Babcock. On deck for the Comets is third baseman number 4, Sam Greinke. 1-1 pitch to Babcock is outside. 2-1 the count. Comets looking to win their 5th in a row here after starting the season 1-2. Oh, driven hard line. Just almost took the head coach's head off down the third baseline. A liner. That evens the count at 2-2 with one out here. Bottom of the first, scoreless. Comets making good contact so far from Tennyson's pitches. That one swung on though, and strike 3. Second out of the inning. To the plate, number 4, third baseman, Sam Greinke. Outside, ball one the count, 1-0. Helping me tonight is my spotter, Todd Halverson. Sometime cameraman, sometime spotter, sometime both. Swing and fouled to the dugout. Count is 1-1. 2 outs here. On deck for the Comets is pitcher DH number 8, Bennett Brown. Hopefully we can get him up to the plate here. Anderson with a pitch, swung on, dribbled down third base, foul. 1-2 now. To Greinke. He is a junior for Kasson. 1-2, 2 outs. Tennyson delivers the pitch, swung on, fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Comets will be back in action this Thursday for a doubleheader over at Stewartville. That fouled off. First game will be at 4:30 with a little time between games, so roughly around 6:30, 7 o'clock. The second game will get going. That'll be in Stewartville this Thursday. Next home game for the Comets will be against Byron on May 7th. And we should be here to bring that to you. Tennyson and 1-2. Swan driven into left field. Base hit for Gronke. A hard single. And that'll bring Brown to the plate. So the first hit of the game by Gronke. Gronke in first. Brown batting. 2 outs, 1 on. And he steps off. Runner goes back to first. Low and inside, 1-0 the count. To Brown. Jackson Rattler is on deck. Hoping to get a chance here. Comets looking to get something going here with a runner on first and 2 outs. Swan on popped up out of play. 1-1 the count. Gronke with the lead at first. 1-1 the count to Brown. Throw back over to her. And it gets away from the first baseman. Gronke will head down to second. And he is a scoring position now for Brown. Who's the air on? Pitcher or first base? Oh, catcher. First base. So that's the first error of the game. We'll give it to the first baseman, Nick Barrett. Little powwow on the mound there. And now the coach will come out. So we have runner on second. Mrs. Gronke's out at second. On the air on the first baseman. 1-1 to Brown, looking to drive in a run here. Bottom of the first. 2 outs. Tennyson looks runner back, comes with the pitch, and it's outside and gets away from the catcher. And that'll be an error on him. And Gronke heads down to third. So a couple errors this inning. Or that was at a wild pitch. Might have been a wild pitch. So no error, wild pitch. Brown pops it up. And that one will just get out of play here in the stands. And it looks like it didn't hit anybody, so that's good. 2-2 the count. 2 outs here, and Gronke at third base. Brown looking to drive him in here. Bottom of the first. No score if you just joined us. Oh, just misses. Oh, they call strike. He catches Brown looking for the third out of the inning. And that's the end of the inning. No runs. One hit, one error, and one left on base. And after one, it's Casson and Cannon knotted up at 0. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we're back for the start of the second inning. No score between the Bombers and the Comets. Leading off for Cannon Falls here in the top of the second. Shortstop, number 2, Jack Myers. Bennett Brown on the mound. He had a strikeout in the first inning, no hits so far. And he's in the windup. Here's the pitch. Right down the pipe. Strike one. 0-1 to Myers. Nick Barrett, the first baseman, is on deck for the Bombers. So, and I'm at strike 2. Brown quickly out in front. 0-2 here in the top of the second. Barrett will be followed by third baseman Dylan Banks. Is Brown into the windup in the pitch. And he catches the outside corner. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Brown. Catches Myers looking. That's the first out. And that'll bring up number 18, first baseman Nick Barrett. Pitch just misses inside of the left-handed hitting Barrett for ball 1, 1-0. One out here in the top of second. Just outside. 2-0 the count. Again, these two teams met last Thursday, and Casson came away with a 4-2 win. That pitch is in the dirt. So 3-0 now to Barrett. Left-handed hitting first baseman. Earlier tonight, the Casson JV team won 5-4 over Cannon Falls, so congrats to them. As we have several members of that team sitting up here in the booth with us. And that's ball 4, so that's the first walk of the game for Brown. That brings up third baseman, number 3, Dylan Banks. Banks, a right-handed hitter. That pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 1. 0-1, one out here. Runner at first here in the top of the second. Infield playing at normal depth. Not much of a lead for the runner. And that's a call strike 2. 0-2 now to Banks. On deck for the Bombers is the right fielder, Caden Hubich. Oh, and that's a swing. What? Time. Oh. So catcher dropped it, so that is not a third strike. That's different than the professionals. So Banks with new life with a 1-2 count. Pitch is grounded to Rocky third. Second base for Nelson for 1 and not in time for first base. So he gets the runner at second, so the lead runner is out. Banks reaches on a fielder's choice. 2 outs now. And Caden Hubich, right fielder number 21, is up to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Brown looking the runner back at first, comes with the pitch. And that's right down the pipe. Strike 1, 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Top of 2. Banks the runner at first now after the fielder's choice. No hits yet for the Bombers. Thrower to first, not in time. The runner gets back. Still 0-1. On deck for the Bombers will be catcher Aaron Melhouse. If he gets up to the plate, runner's going, throws inside, lawn down, and he's safe. Nice throw by Rattler, but not quite in time. Pitch was a little inside. Called 1-1. So Banks down at second with a stolen base. So the Bombers with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Hubich with a 1-1 count. Pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 2, 1-2. Brown looking to get out of here with no damage. Hasn't given up a hit yet. And we got a ball called. So Banks will head to third. Count remains 1-2 to Hubich. That misses 2-2 now. Banks on third, 2 down. 2-2 count. Brown sets. Here comes the pitch. Nice stop there by Rattler. This Banks was ready to come home. So we got a full count now with 2 outs. Popped up in the infield. Nelson calling for it. He comes up with it for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And after 1.5 innings, it's Cannon Falls 0, Kasson 0. We'll be back with the Comets batting here in the bottom of the second in 1 minute. And leading off here in the bottom of the second for the Comets will be catcher number 10, Jackson Rattler. Pitches outside, ball one. No runs, one hit for the Comets so far. 1-0 count to Rattler. On deck is Drew Frederickson. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. That one's a little low, 2-1 now. Drew Frederickson on deck, and he'll be followed by center fielder Adam Darvo. That's grounded to third. Long throw and in time to get Rattler, so he grounds out 5-3. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up first baseman number 25, Drew Frederickson, for the Comets, left-handed hitting junior. Looking to get something started here for the Comets here in the bottom of the second. Strike call from the umpire. 0-1 the count. Abram Tennyson is on the mound for the Bombers tonight. Giving up a hit, has a strikeout so far as Frederickson hits one down the right field line. Oh, and the first baseman, Barrett, makes a nice catch just outside the foul line for out number 2. When playing a little havoc with him, but he came up with a nice catch. And that'll bring up center fielder number 6, Adam Darvo, playing center tonight. Looking to get something started here for the Comets in the bottom of the second. Pitch is fouled into the wired mesh. Yeah. 0-1 to Darvo. Tennyson with a windup. Swung on, hitting the left field. Charging in as the left fielder, Ethan Deutsch, for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And after 2 innings of play, we're all scoreless here as we'll come back in about 1 minute for the top of the third. Leading off here at the top of the third for the Bombers will be catcher number 12, Aaron Melhouse. He'll be followed by Ethan Deutsch. And then the top of the order with Preston Schoenfelder for the Bombers tonight as they look to get something started here. Hitless so far in 2 innings. Bennett Brown still on the mound, has a walk and a couple strikeouts and one balk tonight. That's a swing and a miss for strike one to Aaron Millhouse. On deck for the Bombers is number 11, Ethan Deutsch. He'll be followed by Preston Schoenfelder. That's one I hit deep to left field. That's going to drop off the fence. Larson chasing it down, gets it in. So Aaron Millhouse with a leadoff double. Get things started here in the top of the third. He smoked that one. Hit the fence. Almost got her out. Deutsch up to bat now, number 11, the left fielder. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position for the Bombers. He bunts it foul down the first baseline, so Millhouse will have to go back to second, trying to sacrifice him to third. No dice on that one. That's the first hit of the game against Brown. And it looks the runner back to second. Looking to bunt again. This one he gets fair. Fredrickson picks it up, throws it over to Larson at first. So they get the batter. But Millhouse goes to third on the sacrifice bunt. So a runner on third, and that brings up leadoff hitter Preston Schoenfelder. He flew out to center field in the first inning. And that's a balk, so that will bring the runner home. For the first run of the game as Cannon Falls goes up 1-0. That's the second balk of the game on Bennett Brown. So nobody's on base now as Cannon Falls gets the first run across. That's fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. Pitches outside. 1-1 now. 1 out, 1 run in so far for the Bombers. And that's low. 3-1 now to Schoenfelder. On deck is Jackson Ekstrom for the Bombers. Couple left-handers here. That one's down the center. Full count now to Schoenfelder. 0-for-1 so far. Brown into the windup. Here's the pitch. And he misses just outside, so that's another walk. So Schoenfelder to first. That'll bring up Jackson Ekstrom, the DH tonight. Second walk of the game for Brown. And they have a conference on the mound, so we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Twins looking for their 7th in a row. Tied 2-2 with the White Sox in Chicago tonight. Spotter Todd with that info. Schoenfelder at first. Extra mole for 1. He grounded out to Nelson at second. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. It was close, but the umpire called him safe. So Schoenfelder with a stolen base. Second one of the game for the Bombers. So another runner in scoring position for Cannon Falls with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. 1 run already in. Just 1 out. Ekstrom hits one in the left field. Larson under it. He's got it for 2nd out. Schoenfelder holds at 2nd. That's out number 2. And to the plate now comes second baseman number 4, Ryan Hillming. He is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first. Another one hit deep to left field. What a catch! Ben Larson with an awesome catch out there over the shoulder, right in front of the fence. For out number 3. What a way to end the inning. So the Bombers get on the board, though, with 1 run on 1 hit. No hits. And 1 left on base. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's Cannon Falls 1, Casson 0. And we're back here to start the bottom of the 3rd. Comets trailing 1-0. And trying to get things started for the Comets will be number 12, right fielder Spencer Anderson. Trying to get things started against Adam Tennyson for the Bombers. Pitching a pretty good game so far. That one swung on, though, and hit foul down the left field line for strike number 1. Anderson's first at bat this evening. Tennyson just giving up 1 hit so far, a couple no walks and 1 strikeout. And he's out for the first out of the game. All right, we're back. Batting now the left fielder Ben Larson, who made that great catch top of the inning to get the Comets out of some trouble there with only 1 run. That one to call the ball. So 1-0 the count to Larson. On deck is the leadoff hitter Kyle Nelson. Larson goes. He couldn't hold up for strike 1. So 1-1 the count now with 1 out. Nobody on for the Comets here in the bottom of the 3rd. Tennyson into the windup. Pitch is swung on, hitting the right field. Right fielder under there for Cannon Falls. That's Caden Hubich. Makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, number 2, Kyle Nelson. Nelson grounded out to short for the first out of the game for the Comets. So he's 0 for 1. Looking to get something started here with 2 outs. Trailing 1-0. That's bounced back to the pitcher. Tennyson will run it over, tosses it to Barrett, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 3 innings of play, it's Cannon Falls 1, Casson 0. Leading off here at the top of the 4th for Cannon Falls will be shortstop number 2, Jack Myers. Myers is 0 for 1 this evening. He was caught looking for a strikeout in the 2nd. So look to get things started for the Bombers here. They lead 1-0. Pitch is up and in, so ball 1. After Myers, we'll have the first baseman, Nick Barrett, and third baseman, Dylan Banks. Here in the top of the 4th. That's a called strike, so 1-1 the count now to Myers. Brown pitched 3 innings so far for the Comets, giving up 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a couple of balks. That one gets by Larson in left field for a base hit. That's a stand-up double for Jack Myers to start off the top of the 4th. Now we'll bring up first baseman Nick Barrett. Barrett reached on a walk back in the 1st and was forced out at 2nd on a fielder's choice. As the Bombers have a runner in scoring position here, nobody out, leading 1-0. Brown with the pitch, another sacrifice attempt. That one's fouled back for strike 1. 0-1 now to Barrett. We'll see if he tries to attempt another sacrifice bunt here. Corners for the Comets are playing in. Runner being held at 2nd. No attempt there, and that's a call strike in the outside corner. 0-2 now to Barrett. On deck is Dylan Banks for the Bombers. Myers with a lead off a 2nd. Pitch to Barrett. And a swing on that, strike 3. Big out there by Brown. First out of the inning. Myers still at 2nd, and that'll bring up Dylan Banks. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Stole 2nd and was stranded at 3rd. Pitch is ground foul down the third base line for strike 1. one out, one runner on here in the top of the fourth. 1-0 Cannon Falls. They score their run here in the third inning. Looking to add to it here in the fourth. Myers with the lead. Here comes the pitch. Myers goes, and the pitch is swung on. Foul back into the screen. 0-2 now to Banks. After Banks will be Caden Hubich. So 0-2 to Banks. Pitch is popped up down the third base line. Out of Ronke almost came up with a catch. Gave it a good effort. Count remains 0-2 with one out. Myers still at second. Banks digging in. Brown with the set pitches. Brown to the Gronke at third. He holds the runner. Second. Nice throw over to Frederickson. Gets the runner. That's out number 2. So Myers still at second. That'll bring up Caden Hubich. He is 0 for 1. He popped up to the second baseman Larson back in the second. Oh, runner goes, throw down to third is in time. He gets him. Nice throw by the catcher, Rattler. Got a delayed steal there. Myers, he is throwing out. 2-5. And that ends the top of the fourth after 3.5 innings of play. Cannon Falls 1, Casson nothing. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Comets will be the shortstop, number 5, Grady Babcock. Babcock's 0 for 1. He struck out Swain in the first. Looking to get a Comet start here as they trail 1-0 here. Cannon Falls, they have 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error. Comets with no runs, 1 hit, no errors. That pitch is low in the dirt, ball 1. Tennyson still on the mound for the Bombers. Pitch is high, 2-0 now. Following Babcock will be third baseman Sam Gronke and pitcher DH Bennett Brown. This one on, hit deep to center field. Back there to make the catch is Preston Schoenfelter for out number 1. That'll bring up Sam Gronke. He reached on a single He singled in the first, so he is 1 for 1. Was stranded at third back in the first inning. Pitches a ball. 1-0 to Gronke. And time is called by the home plate umpire. Lights are on here at Kingham Field. Starting to get a little dark out. Pitch is called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now to Gronke. Bennett Brown on deck. And possibly after that, Jackson Rattler hoping to get a shot here. 1 out, 1-1 the count. Tennyson with the pitch. It's one on ground and foul down the third baseline. 1-2 now. Tennyson only giving up 1 hit, has a strikeout. No walks. So doing a fine job for the Bombers tonight, keeping the Comets at bay so far. Plenty of time left to go, as we're only in the bottom of the 4th here. On a cool April 29th. Little breeze tonight. Cloudy skies. That pitch is outside. Full count now to Gronke. Brown waiting on deck for his shot. Pitch is swung on, driven into the hole, deep to short. And the throw is not in time, so that's a base hit for Gronke. He is 2 for 2 tonight. He has a couple of singles. That'll bring up Bennett Brown. He struck out looking to end the first. So he's 0 for 1. Looking to get something going here for the Comets as they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Gronke with a good lead over at first. Throw over and he's safe. Comets looking to generate some action here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch is high to Brown. Ball 1. Gronke with the lead at first. 1-0 the count. Pitch is high again. 2-0 now to Brown. Waiting on deck is catcher Jackson Rattler. And if he should get on, then Drew Frederickson will be up. As Comets look to get on the scoreboard here as they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th if you've just joined us. Ooh, that hits Brown, so he'll go to first on the hit pitch. Gronke down to second, so 2 runners on, just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up catcher number 10, Jackson Rattler. And we have a pinch runner for Brown. Number 1, Peter Gillis in the run for Brown. Rattler grounded out to the third baseman back in the second. That's a wild pitch. Runners advance. Now the Cassins got something going on with runners on second and third. Just 1 out. That's a well pitch by Tennyson. That's popped up. Catcher's called off, and the catch is made by the pitcher, Tennyson, for out number 2. So with 2 outs, that brings up left-handed hitting first baseman Drew Frederickson. Frederickson popped up to the first baseman now on the right field line back in the second. So he's 0 for 1. But he's got runners on second, third, Gillis on second. Gronke's at third. And we have a conference mound here on the mound. Head coach comes out. So we'll be back in about 30 seconds. So the conference on the mound is over, so we're back to action here with no count to Frederickson. Pitch is low, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to score a run, so the runners hold at second and third. 1-0 the count now to Frederickson. Looking to drive in a couple runs here for the Comets. That pitch is called a strike. 1-1 to Frederickson. If he should reach, that would bring up Adam Darvaux. One pitch. It's driven in the base hit into left center. That's going to score 2. Drew Frederickson with a big single. 2 RBI single, and that brings the score Comets 2, Cannon Falls 1. Big hit there by Frederickson as he stroked in 2. Comets up 2-1. Now batting center fielder Adam Darvaux. Comets looking to get a little bit more here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch is way outside, ball 1. Darvaux 0 for 1 as he flew out to left field back in the second. So he's looking to get his first hit of the game. Good swing, but fouled back into the screen. So 1-1 now. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Frederickson on first. Pitch to Darvaux is outside. 2-1 now. If Darvaux should reach, that would bring up the right fielder Spencer Anderson. And it's a called strike, so we got 2-2 now. Frederickson with a short lead over at first. Pitch is driven up the middle. Base hit. And Frederickson gets the second. That's a single for Darvaux. So 2 runners on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring up the right fielder, number 12, Spencer Anderson. He grounded out to shortstop back in the 3rd, so he's 0 for 1. But he's got a runner in scoring position here. Couple runs already in for the Comets. They're up 2-1 now here in the bottom of the 4th. Looking for more against Tennyson. So he sets pitches. That one's high and outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Comets now with 4 hits on the game. Pitch is outside, 2-0 now. If Anderson should reach that, we'll bring up the left fielder, Ben Larson, who is on deck. Already 2 runs in for the Comets, 2 runners on. Pitch is high and inside. 3-0 now to Anderson. Oh, that's called strike on the inside corner. 3-1 now to Anderson. Runners hold, and that's low for ball 4. Bases are loaded for Ben Larson. He flew out to right field. Back in the third, he's 0 for 1, but he's got the bases loaded. Pitches, just catches the outside corner. 0-1 now. Larson, if he should reach, we're back at the top of the order with Kyle Nelson waiting on deck. Bases are jammed, no place to put them. Tennyson with a pitch outside. 1-1. Frederickson on third, Darvo is at second, and Anderson is at first. Larson with a 1-1 count. Tennyson sets. Here's the pitch. Driven into center field. And making the catch is Preston Schoenfeller to end the inning, but the Comets come up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. So at the end of 4, it's Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Look who you said pinch hitting here in the top of the 5th for the Bombers as they trail 2-1. Bennett Brown still on the mound for the Comets. Giving up 1 run on a couple hits, 2 walks, a couple strikeouts, and 2 balks. That one's a call strike, so 1-1 to the pinch hitting Huseth. He's batting for Caden Hubich, who grounded to second baseman earlier, so he was 0 for 1 on the night. On deck is Aaron Melhouse. One and 2 now to Huseth. And that's driven to center field, base hit. So the Bombers with a leadoff hit. to start the top of the fifth. As he's pinch run for, but I can't see the number. As soon as I get that from my spotter, I'll let you know. Batting now is number 12, Aaron Melhouse. He hit a double back in the third. 23. Melhouse has the only run of the game so far for the Bombers as he doubled and scored back in the third on a balk. That's the third hit of the game for the Bombers. Throw back to first. Back in time. Bunt back to the pitcher. Brown will go to first. Gets the out as the runner slid off a second, but gets back on safely. So Cannon Falls with a runner in scoring position. 1 out. That brings number 9 hitter up. Number 11, Ethan Deutsch. He had a sacrifice bunt back in the third. He's 0 for 1. Runner on second, 1 out. Noah Brown did a little spin, but nobody was there. So the runner got back safely. Hold him a little bit there on second. Delivers a pitch outside. 1-0 now to Deutsch. On deck is the leadoff hitter, Preston Schoenfelder. Comets up 2-1 here in the top of the fifth. Cannon Falls 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. Pitch is called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now to Deutsch. Tying run out at second. 1 out. Pitch is fouled back over into the screen for strike 2. So 1-2 now to Deutsch. Runner on second, 1 out. Casson leading 2-1 if you just joined us. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Casson looking for their 5th win in a row as they've won 4 straight. Having defeated Cannon Falls last Thursday, 4-2 in Cannon. Ground ball there. Gronke holds the runner. Throw to Fredrickson. Runner goes. Fredrickson a long throw. He's got him. Nice play by Fredrickson. Double play for the Comets. Cannon Falls with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After 4.5, it's Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Leading off here in the bottom of the fifth for the Comets will be the leadoff hitter, number 2, Kyle Nelson. Nelson 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded to shortstop in the first and back to the pitcher in the third. He's looking to get his first hit. Fakes bunt for outside for ball 1, 1-0. Comets leading 2-1 here over Cannon Falls in the bottom of the fifth. Adam Tennyson still on the mound for Cannon Falls. And that bunt is fouled for 1-1 now to count to Nelson. He'll be followed by shortstop Grady Babcock and third baseman Sam Gronke here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-1 to Nelson. Pitch is low, 2-1 now. Tennyson's given up 4 hits, a couple of runs, 1 walk and a strikeout. Wild pitch tonight so far. Gets into the stretch. Grounded up off of Tennyson's glove. High hopper to the second baseman. Throw is in time. Nice play there by the second baseman, Ryan Helming. So 1 out for the Comets. That'll bring up shortstop Grady Babcock. He struck out in the first, flew out to center field back in the fourth. He also looking to get his first hit of the evening as he's 0 for 2. Comets with a couple runs on 4 hits, no errors tonight. That pitch is called strike on the outside corner. So 0-1 now to Babcock. Gronke on deck. Also, same location on that one. 0-2 now to Babcock. Wind's still blowing out from the west. That one's low. 1-2 now. If you just joined us, Cannon Falls got their run in the third. And the Comets came back with 2 in the bottom of the fourth to grab a 2-1 lead. As Tennyson delivers the pitch, swung on. Foul down the third base line. 1-2. Still to Babcock. Looking to get on for Sam Gronke, who is 2 for 2 tonight so far. Couple of singles, run scored. Another ground ball just fouled on the third base line. Still remains 1-2 the count. Twins still tied 2-2. Twins still tied in the White Sox. Playing in Chicago tonight. Chi-Town. Oh, that's a call, third strike, second strikeout for Babcock tonight. That one looking. 2 outs now. That'll bring Gronke to the plate. Couple of singles and a run scored. Looking to get things started again like he did last inning. Comets got their 2 runs. And a big 2-run single by Frederickson. Another call strike. 0-1 to Gronke. That one swung on right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Gronke digging for 2. And he's going to make it standing up. So a double for Gronke. 3 for 3 now on the game. And that'll bring up the pitcher, DH, number 8, Bennett Brown. Brown struck out looking in the first and was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the fourth. So he's up at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Comets looking to add to their one-run lead. And we have another pitchers conference on the mound. So we'll take a short break here and be right back. And we have a new pitcher in the game. As my spotter missed this one. We'll try to get that number for you. It's a little dark out there, hard to see. And now pitching for Cannon Falls is number 2, Jack Myers, who is playing shortstop. He is now pitching. So Tennyson goes 4 2/3 inning, gives up 4 hits, a couple of runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, and a wild pitch. I'm sorry, 5 hits. Forgot about the one this inning. So he's done pitching tonight. And Jack Myers is in. And I believe Tennyson might be playing shortstop now, so just flip-flopped with Banks. Or Myers, I'm sorry. So with Myers pitching, Bennett Brown still at the plate. No count. There's 2 outs, and Gronke at third after the double. Second, what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry, he's at second. Well, hopefully he gets a third. Myers with his first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 now to Brown. Jackson Rattler on the deck. Myers looks the runner back. Oh, he throws it. No play. His runner gets back. Gronke gets back safely. Count remains 0-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch is called strike on the outside corner. 0-2 now. Runner stays. Pitch is swung on and foul back to the screen. Remains 0-2 now to Brown. Gronke with a lead at second. And another play. Oh, and he just gets back. Myers trying to hold him close to second there in case Brown should get a base hit. Count is 0-2, and time is called by the home plate umpire. Pitch just misses outside, so 1-2 to Brown. Rattler hoping to get up for the Comets here in the 5th. As Myers delivers, the pitch is low and outside. 2-2 now. Myers with a pitch One on foul down the third base line and first base, I'm sorry. Count remains 2-2. We got 2 outs here. Runner on second. Oh, he checks his swing, but it's a call. Third strike. That is out. Number 3, Comets, with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And at the end of 5, it's Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Leading off for the Bombers here in the top of the 6th will be the leadoff hitter, number 5, Preston Schoenfelder. Schoenfelder is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center field in the first and walked back in the third and has a stolen base. He looks to get things started for the Bombers as they trail 2-1 here. Bennett Brown still on the mound for the Comets. And that pitch is low, ball 1. Brown through 5 innings so far has given up 3 hits, 1 run, couple of walks, couple strikeouts, and a couple of balks. That pitch is low as well. 2-0 now to Schoenfelder. Pitch is low and inside. 3-0 now. Jackson Ekstrom is on deck. He'll be followed by Ryan Helming. Cannon Falls looking to tie the score up here. That's a called strike. 3-1 now to Schoenfelder. That's grounded. Quick throw over to Brown, and they just get him. Nice play by Bennett Brown. That's 1 out. And that'll bring up Jackson Ekstrom. He is 0 for 2, grounded out to second in the first. Flew out to left field back in the third. Wind up in the pitch. That one's low in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Pitch is high and outside. 2-0 now. Brown with 3 strikeouts. Miscounted. Sorry about that. One out here, top of 6, 2 outs. 2-0. And that's a call strike. 2-1 now to Ekstrom on deck. Helming, and if he reaches, it'll be Jack Myers for the Bombers. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Bennett Brown pitching a strong game tonight for the Comets. Just 3 hits and 1 run so far. That one's grounded down to Fredrickson. And he'll take it himself for unassisted out for number 2. And that will bring up number 4, Ryan Helming. Helming 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, flew out to left field in the third. 2 outs now for the Bombers. Brown looking to get out of the 6th here. That's hit to center field. Darvo out there, goes over his head, falls in for a base hit. Helming on his way to second, and he's in. I think Darvo lost it. That's a double for Helming. So the tying run is on second. That'll bring up number 2, Jack Myers. And the ball gets away from Rattler. It was just a few feet behind him, but he couldn't locate it as the ump was kind of in his way. That allows Helming to go down to third. That was the E on the center fielder. All right. That's a call. Strike 1-1 now to Myers. Tying runs on third in Helming. Brown into the windup. Here's the pitch. Oh, just misses outside. 2-1. Myers with a double and a strikeout. He is 1 for 2. That's fouled off down the left field or right field. 2-2 now. Brown looking to get out of this inning with the tying run on third. 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Brown gets out of a jam. After 5.5 innings of play, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. 5.5, it's Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Myers still on the mound for Cannon Falls. As Comets up to the plate here is Jackson Rattler. Pitch is swung on, fouled behind the plate. 0-1 the count. Comets leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Jackson Rattler, followed by Drew Fredrickson and Adam Darvo. Rattler grounded out 5-3 and flew out to the pitcher. 0 for 2. That's called strike. 0-2 now to Rattler. Frederickson on deck. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Myers with his second strikeout. Only faced 2 batters and 2 strikeouts. That'll bring up the first baseman, Drew Frederickson, who flew out to the first baseman in the second and had a big 2-run single back in the fourth to score the only 2 runs by the Comets so far. As that's a called strike to Drew, so it's 0-1 the count. 1 out here. Myers into the windup. Here's the pitch. Just outside. 1-1 now to Frederickson. Darvo on deck. Comets looking to get an insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th. Leading 2-1. That one's fouled down the left field line, so the count is 1-2 now. Myers with a pitch. That's low and inside. 2-2 to Frederickson. The big 2 RBI hit back in the 4th for the only 2 runs so far. Ooh, that one's high and tight. Did not hit him, though, but it's full count now to Drew. Looking to get on base. Darvo on deck. And that's high. Ball 4. So Frederickson with a walk here with 1 out. And we have pinch runner. It looks like number 15. That'll be Brooks Irish. Pinch running, and that brings up number 6, Adam Darvo. So Irish on first. 1 out. Throw over to first. Oh, that was close. Nice pick-off attempt there by Myers. Almost got Irish leaning the wrong way. Darvo with a single and 2 at bats, so he's 1 for 2. Looking for another one. Keep this going for the Comets. That one is high and tight. 1-0. Irish with a lead at first. Stays. Pitches, call strike on the outside corner. One. Throw back to first. No play this time. Trying to keep Irish over there at first. Keep him out of scoring position. Myers delivers the pitch right down the pipe. 1-2 now to Darvo. On deck is right fielder Spencer Anderson. Oh, and that hits Darvo. So Comets now with a couple runners on base. As Irish goes down to second, Darvo to first. That's the second hit by pitch tonight by the Bombers, one by Tennyson. and one by Myers. So Spencer Anderson up to the plate. He grounded out and walked so far tonight. That one's a called strike. Casson with a couple runners on, first and second, one out. Looking to add to their 2-1 lead here, the bottom of the sixth. Myers pitching for Cannon Falls. Pitch to Anderson. And it hits him. Second in a row hit by pitch. And that loads him up for the left fielder, number 13, Ben Larson, who flew out to right field back in the third and to center field back in the fourth. But he's got the bases jammed here. As the Cannon Falls calls for a pitcher's conference. We'll see if they keep Myers in there or if they bring in another pitcher. So while that's going on, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. And after all that, Myers will stay in to face Larson. 0 for 2. Bases loaded. And it's called. I think it was a ball. Yes, it was a ball. 1-0 now. Oh, he pops up. And he'll catch the runner off. Double play. Oh, it's just Larson couldn't get the ball on the ground. Runners were going. Nice try, but that's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 6, it's Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. And we're back here to start the top of the 7th. Casson hanging on to a slim 2-1 lead. Bennett Brown on the mound looking for the complete game tonight. And he will face Nick Barrett, Dylan Banks, and we're not sure of the third batter. That one's grounded. That gets by Nelson in the center field for a base hit. So Barrett with a leadoff single. Cannon Falls with the tying run on first. And that'll bring up number 3, Dylan Banks, who has had a fielder's choice back in the second. Grounded out to third in the fourth, so he's 0 for 2. As Cannon Falls looking to tie this up here in the last inning, unless we go extra. Timeout's been called right now. And Play will resume here with the first pitch to Dylan Banks. Brown sets. They're sacrificing. Brown has it. He'll go to first. Gets it out there. But the runner, Barrett, advances. Or a pinch runner, I believe. That's not Barrett, so I don't know who pinch running, but he's out at second as Banks sacrifices him. 1 out. And that'll bring up number 21, Caden Hubich. 0 for 1. He was pinch hit, but is back in. And he takes a called strike. Nice pitch by Brown. 0-1 to Hubich. Brown looks the runner back. And a big swing and a miss from Hubich. Strike 2, 0-2. The count. 1 out. Tying run out at second. He looks the runner back. Comes in. Ground ball. Babcock scalp off his glove. And he holds the runner. No play at first. And Cannon Falls has runners on first and second. And that'll bring number 12, Aaron Melhouse, to the plate. He doubled back into third, had a sacrifice bunt, so he is 1 for 2. He's got runners on first and second. 1 out. That last play was called an E on Babcock. Yes. That one squibbled down to first. Fredrickson comes up with it. He'll take the runner out. Runners advance to second and third. That's the second out. Nine. Ethan Deutsch is up. He sacrificed bunted back in the third and grounded out to third base back in the fifth, so he is 0 for 2. And he's getting a lecture from the head coach on where to hit it. We got a conference on the pitching mound. Is they're going to stick with Brown. He's pitched a good game tonight. So Cannon Falls with runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Ethan Deutsch at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Brown with a pitch. And it just misses low. Ball 1. 1-0 to Deutsch. On deck for the Bombers, the leadoff hitter Preston Schoenfelter hoping to get a chance. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Brown sets. Pitch to Deutsch. Way outside. 2-0. Runners on second and third for the Bombers. So they have the go-ahead run is at second. Tying run is at third. Comets up 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Pitches hit to center field. Darvo's got it. And that's the end of the game. Fly out to 8 for the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on. And the final score tonight, Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Cannon Falls 1 hit, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. Casson with 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed it as the Comets win their 5th in a row. And they go to 5-2 in the conference and 6-2 overall. And they will be back in action on the road with a doubleheader against Stewartville this Thursday. And their next home game will be next May 7th against Byron. So we'll be back to bring you the game for that one. Cannon Falls will be back in action this Thursday at Goodhue. Again, thanks for joining us. Jeff Osgard here. And we'll see you on May 7th. Again, the final score, Casson 2, Cannon Falls 1. Good night, everyone.